How's it going? Well, I'm home and I have a little bit of time. I'm going to go over for you guys this week how to get together a Renaissance Festival costume. Yes, you can make it with things out of your closet, and you could also add accessories to it that make it even better. But most of the time, everyone has a little bit of something in their closet, especially if you wear dresses. Like you've got it already. Or you can just go to the thrift store and find something also, because that's a very good option. I want to say for any kind of regular Renaissance dress situation, I don't know why I have blue lights showing up on here. What is that, my TV? No, that's my phone. One second. All right, for dresses, I want to say the best style of dress that goes with anything Renaissance is boho. So, like mostly whites, earthy colors. If you have anything special, then yes, go ahead. Go for it, 100%. But boho is a very basic kind of style that fits with Renaissance festival time, like feeling. For example, this is a little boho, like earthy kind of dress that I plan on wearing. It is from Forever 21. And it was in style like last season essentially, because I ended up thrifting that. That was like $4. Yeah, so that works perfectly. You'll be able to feel your own character depending on how you make your character, which is probably what I should have started with. Let's start with that. If you ever played D&D before, then you know exactly how to make a character for a Renaissance festival. Exactly. If you play anything like Skyrim and stuff like that, it's literally just character customizations. Find out what kind of like creature you would like to be, any kind of fantasy creature. If you just want to be like just some dude, find what you want to be essentially. Look up a lot of different things and find out what works best for you. If you have like a certain element, if you have magic, you're a swords person or anything. Like literally you just find your like class, race, backstory, all of it. It's literally just like D&D, and yes, I'm a D&D nerd. It's just like D&D. For example, I'm actually going to make a D&D character based off of my Renaissance Festival character. So she's an elf. She's kind of like wood elf essentially, but she's also very much so a rogue. She goes around and she's kind of a theft too, but no, I don't steal at the Renaissance Festival. She just knows how to pull things out of her inventory and wham, she has food. I do that a lot. It's usually just food. Like, just food. She's definitely more on the tomboyish side. She's kind of rough and tumble. She might be seen with some dirt on her face. Even if her hair is white, she might end up with some grass in it. I definitely did last year. So yeah, mine is an elf. She has white hair. It used to be very long, like down to here, but now I trimmed it up to here. So we're living with that. It might end up curly. It might not. We'll figure that out. Elf ears are always a must. You could always change it. Also, yes, at Renaissance festivals, you can buy entire costumes while you're there. It's great. Expensive, but great. And usually supports like small companies and local companies. So I absolutely vouch for that. Okay, back onto the costume. So yeah, she does wear dresses usually for the most part. It's just dresses, skirts. She does like to look girly sometimes, but she's very on the nature side. So there's that dress. Something to pull it together to make it look even more on the Renaissance side is always have one of these no matter what. A corset. Find one that matches. You can find some cheap ones on Amazon. This one was a gift from my boyfriend's brother's girlfriend. But yeah, corsets always make it, especially with like boho dresses, it always makes it feel like you're in the Renaissance era. You already know I'm all about those accessories. I have this little belt. It's more of the disco kind of belt. I have other ones too. I'm just playing around with what I have at this moment. There's those. Find out what kind of shoes, because those are important. It does end up getting cold on some seasons of Renaissance festivals, so you might need to actually like have closed-toe shoes. So I have boots, and I usually have my go-to ones, which is the ones that I use for my Mina cosplay and a bunch of other cosplays. I do have ones that are for the Renaissance Festival that are Italian leather with painted like leaves on them, but they kind of hurt my feet. They're very narrow. So just go with what's comfortable, because at the Renaissance Festival, you probably will be walking around a lot. Just find something that's broken in or just comfortable for you, essentially. But you don't want your toes hurting. Those dogs are going to be barking so freaking loud. So yes, with accessories, I have elf ears. because my character's an elf. Also, if I wanted to be like a tiefling or something, I have horns, and it's great because they sold them there, and now I have them from there, and I don't need to buy another one from there. There's a lot there. Yeah. Also, I have like 2 crowns, and I'm bringing one for the next time. Uh, Usually with elves, they can't have a crown. I may or may not be wearing this a lot. The backstory of mine is that she was royalty, but kind of really doesn't want to be royalty at all. Like, at all. She would rather join the circus. But yes, crown from a vendor at the Renaissance Festival. Then these ears, they have some piercings in it. These are little dragons. I got this from Hot Topic. Hot Topic has colored ears, so like it's like my skin tone. It's really great. Also, there's a fruit fly that wanted to be on camera. You suck. You get ears from vendors while you're there. Amazon, Hot Topic, probably craft stores at this point. Spirit Halloween and costume stores. That's where you could get those. Also, at Renaissance Festival, sometimes they have different shaped ears. Like, they could customize them to be certain shapes. If you want to be like a fish person, or like you want some cool long ones or anything, they could do all of it. Another thing I always like to bring is a good bag. I thrifted this and I haven't been able to use it yet. But this is perfect. It's literally perfect. I have that, but I always advise get a cape or make a cape. A cheap one, just something. Most Renaissance festivals don't allow food or drink at all, but you know, you kind of just need water to live, and you don't want to wait in a long line and die of heat exhaustion. So you kind of have to like sneak things in sometimes, you know, like for your safety, right? I always keep this thing on me. Yes, that's a little bunny keychain. It's big enough for me to put like little things in it that are necessary. Most places do bag check, so you can see what you can and cannot bring. I'm also getting potion bottles for my waist, and it's going to be like on a belt. So yeah, just see what you can and cannot bring. If you need to chug some water before you go in there, just to make sure you're hydrated, go ahead and do that. Just make sure you do stay hydrated, especially if you're there all day and it's hot and the weather and you're waiting in line for things and you're just sitting down and you're like, whoa, I'm dizzy. Take care of yourself. It's the first and foremost thing. Take care of yourself. The fruit fly is back. Oh my gosh. Also, like I said, wig-wise, I have a lot of choices. Here's my closet. There's just some on the door. That's some, not all. Those are important too. I absolutely adore my natural hair. I just feel like if I was an elf in my character, I would have probably like white hair. So I have different wigs for that. I have my curly one. That's on the very short side. And then I have my one that used to be long, but now it's like a bob. And that's probably what I'm going for. I like to put little things in my hair, like little knots of like leather and like a bunch of other little things. It's just really fun to play with. And you could always do your makeup, drastic eyeliner. You could do little eye contact things, but stay comfortable. Like, just make sure you're okay. You don't want to end up really uncomfortable and you're stuck like in some hodunk town like like going to a Renaissance festival, right? So yeah, literally, if you know how to customize characters on any kind of like RPG game or anything like that, it's the same exact situation. If you need a simple outfit that you can't think of, literally a boho style dress if you're like a feminine person, with a corset in the middle with boots, makes it, and then add on whatever accessories you want at all. For guys, usually some kind of like very baggy shirt, usually a kind of burlap kind. Sometimes even like button-down shirts styled a certain way with some like baggy pants. It literally works out well. Also boots for you guys if you want. Because yeah, boots go really well for back then. No one wore sneakers. But either way, you don't need to dress up for Renaissance Festival. It's all for fun. It just adds to the immersion. And yeah, it's definitely great. You guys should definitely go to one if you have not before. If you have, we love all that team stuff. We love it. It's teamwork. It's making the dream work. But yeah, next week, I'm going to be showing the video of me at the Renaissance Festival. So you guys don't get to see it yet. Stay tuned for next week and you'll see my entire outfit all together. All right, You guys go ahead, like, subscribe. Tell me what kind of character you would be at a Renaissance festival down below in the comments. And have a good night. Is that how I end it? Bye.